was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Chargers. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Ready? 390.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. First carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kelly. And Nelson's got it here right side. Got some room at the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Now Kelly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Now Benjamin. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Rivers now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third and long for Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on first down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down around the 37. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Kelly. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And that'll bring up second down. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Steps away to his left. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
To throw on third down. Kellen, he's going deep for Brown. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
12. Hurry up!
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Rivers on first down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 58 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Throwing, Rivers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd down, Rivers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. To throw, Rivers. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Broncos have taken the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! No, check! Check! Patriot!
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go now.
Kelly to throw. And Wilson has it. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Check! Patriot!
On the end around now, this is Nelson. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a game that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
His throw caught at about the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Check! Detroit! Philly! Here we go!
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Kelly off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielded at the 20. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that makes them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Allen has it, left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Pass complete. But no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season. Because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it's 21-3. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up, They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they will not get a chance to return. This one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, well, the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Golden in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Throwing Rivers. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out. He's
going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson on the counter. And he's got room. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cardinals add on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. An NFL update. They're in the 2nd quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So out now come the Cardinals. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. Blue, 90.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
On third down, Murray. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage, and they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time, but the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain. And
heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Looks to be right around the 40. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Kelly. Going with a screen for Murray. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
To throw is Rivers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, Rivers. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Marcus Golden in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run again with Jackson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A play fake. Now Kelly. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd and Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready?
Off the play fake here, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bowman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Oliver. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. On play action, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that...
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. What an effort. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They go to Johnson again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Ground. This is Jackson. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go!
And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Returning, it's Benjamin. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Rivers, throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rivers now from the 50. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Rivers now on second down. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. They go play action here on first down. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 17-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on second down. Rivers. And that is incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
Hey, here we go. Hey. 4 down. Watch 17, watch 17.
Rivers now to throw on first down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down, Rivers. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, In the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
All right, here we go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Room here to run. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Shift together here from the D-line.
Detroit, let's go. Detroit. Blue 90. Let me go now. Let me 19.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now it's Jackson, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zipped on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.